What's up, guys? Luke here with the Iron Grind, and today I'm coming at you with the Vancouver Pro. This is a pretty impressive, a pretty uncharacteristically exciting showing for the Vancouver Pro. It's one of the smaller shows, but for this one, Hadi Choopan is competing in the open class, and I don't know what the results were yet. It's been pretty slow to get news out from this particular show. But Hadi Choopan looked incredible. He looked better than Nathan Diasha, in my opinion. He looks better than really anyone else up on this stage, and I would not be surprised if he's number one. I actually would be surprised if he wasn't in the top two. Starting off, they're going to compare with the front double bicep, it looks like. And standing there, it's funny. They had to keep having them go back on the line because Hadi was like 2 feet in front of the line. Ian Vayer was like 3 feet in front of the line. But standing here in the front double bicep, I noticed that a lot of the guys just aren't as complete as Hadi is. And that's the main issue. Like, Ian Vayer is missing a lot of lower chest and lat thickness from the front. Nathan Diasha has that really long, really soft, and kind of bloated waist. Like, Nathan Diasha has more of a bubble gut than Hadi Choopan does. Lucas Osladil has all kinds of weirdness about his physique. We all know that. And the guys on the end just don't have it yet. That's Josh Wade on the far left. He's got that real wide, chunky waist. The guy on the far right just needs to have a few more years of training under his belt. But here, in the back double bicep, you notice Hadi is just thicker. He's just plain thicker than all of these guys. That's really the main thing, is from the back, he's thicker. This back lat spread, he's destroying everyone. The only one who could really stand up to him in the back double is Lucas Osladil, because he's got that thickness, whether it's from sticking his butt out with the posing or not. Here in the side shots, Hadi, he looks great. I wish he didn't do that where he puts his front leg back, because he doesn't have the hamstring thickness from the side that, say, a Phil Heath or a Dorian Yates does to really pull that off. But in general, he looks great. This is a pose that I actually do have Nathan Diasha ahead in. Even when Hadi Choopan throws the vacuum, Nathan this is a one shot. He seems to be able to really pull his stomach in, and it looks pretty good and detailed, and his lats flare out really nicely. So now they're going to switch things up, and we're going to really be able to see Hadi against Nathan Diasha, and you're going to really see Nathan came in off and Hadi came in on. And the size difference really isn't that much, especially when you go in comparison to their height. Hadi Choopan actually has more muscle for his frame. Front double is easily Hadi's. He's got a tighter waist, a better V-taper, and better detail overall. Not to mention better arms. And quads are out of this world. He really suffers in the quad density and sweep. The side chest, Hadi's thickness and width, and again conditioning destroys him. In the back double, this is a pose where Nathan really hasn't filled out his frame yet. He looked better, I think, at the British Grand Prix. He looked a lot better than he did here at the Vancouver Pro. And I think it actually would have served him to not have done the Vancouver Pro, because being beaten by Hadi Choopan doesn't really do him any favors going into the Olympia. So that's my take on this overall Vancouver Pro. A lot of the guys actually looked really good. Even though Nathan Diasha was a little bit off, he still looked pretty good. Hadi Choopan obviously looks incredible. I will say, though, he looked better at another show when he was up against Nicholas Vayoid, I think is how you pronounce that guy's last name. His quad sweep was so insane. It looked like it was like a peak coming out. Like it was this rectangle turned diagonally. Like I've never seen a quad sweep peak out like that. And I know it was more rounded at this show, but he still looked insane. His upper body was fuller than I've ever seen it. Absolutely phenomenal bodybuilder. And I really wish we could see him at the Olympia stage, because he looks insane. That would be absolutely incredible to see him at, even, screw it, in the open category. He basically won this show as far as I can tell. So there's nothing in my mind stopping him from placing top 5 probably. The top 4 this year is still pretty stacked, but there's no Sean, probably no Phil. So I can see he could easily place top 5, qualify for the next year's Olympia just off of that. You know, that's why I wish they moved the Olympia around a lot more. Like way back in the day, they up until 1999 when they put it in, when they actually put it at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, That was the first time. From there on, they just held it in the Mandalay Bay. But before that, like the 1992 Mr. Olympia was in Helsinki. You know, like these Mr. Olympias go all over the place. The 1975 Mr. Olympia was in Pretoria, South Africa. They used to go all over the place, and that back in that day, Hadi Choopan could have competed, travel ban or no. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to enjoy some more content like this. Anyways, guys, have a nice one.